Jim Rome Show.
Butcher Beef.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The best coverage of Central Catholic basketball is right here on ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. Join Bill Clark, Mike Mernon, and Jackson Stricker all season long for the most exciting and complete coverage of Irish hoops in the Toledo area. It's all brought to you by the Perrysburg Auto Mall, Bo Crane and Equipment Company, Dan Rutsky, Katz Collision, Monet's Markets, Defiance College, and Central Catholic High School. So don't minute of the action all season long. It's exciting. Central Catholic Hoops on your local sports leader, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station.
This is the Daily Show with Coach Jake Diebler, brought to you by Encova Insurance. 74-62, the final. Ohio State falls to Michigan. Jake, a lot of fight in your team, but a lot you had to deal with this opponent you faced tonight.
Yeah, you got to give them a lot of credit. They made a few more plays there, and were able to get some separation. You know, thought we battled, but a couple offensive rebounds. You know, you just look at the numbers, second chance points, and you know, I think free throws ended up being a big difference. And you know, we've identified this as an issue. We practice it every single day, and we need some guys to step up and be better when that shot goes up.
Coach, when you started the second half, your team got off to a fantastic start. What were some of the things that they
the ball in that segment? Too many turnovers tonight. You know, I thought we lacked poise in the paint. We over dribbled a couple times that allowed them to get some deflections. And then when we got the ball down there, we allowed them to dig it out instead of just, you know, finishing through contact or kicking out for a three. So listen, we battled, right? That's great. Some things we got to continue to get better at, and we got a quick turnaround here for the next one.
All right, we'll have another comment in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the court. That's why Encova Insurance and their local independent agents are prepared for what's next and protect what matters most to you. Whether that's your home, car, business, or family, Encova's got your back with a policy that fits you perfectly. With local independent agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova's playbook is an easy win for your peace of mind. Basketball is full of challenging shots, and life can be too. With Encova, you don't have to do it alone. Your expert agent will guide you and provide insurance solutions so you can confidently manage your risk and count on a financially secure future. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you. Encova is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
74-62, Michigan defeats Ohio State. Jake, what about the game that John Mobley gave you tonight?
Did some good. He's been shooting the ball well, did some good things. I thought, you know, again, he along with some of our other guys just kept getting in trouble. They're too deep in the paint and lacked some poise at times. But this is now a few games in a row where he's really been able to do some really good stuff for us. We need him to be a little more active on the glass. And, you know, I thought there were a couple opportunities there where he could have come up with some rebounds. He had been doing really good with that. But, you know, his poise from two was really impressive. This is probably one of the best games he's had in regards to that.
It's the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you watching a big sporting event with friends, having a party, or are you just too tired to make dinner? Then you need to call Mama Mary's Pizza, home of the famous 28-inch colossal pizza, equal to 4 large pizzas. Mama Mary's Pizza is authentic New York-style thin crust pizza. The thinner the crust, the better the taste. Get great discounts when you order online at MamaMarysPizza.com. Just go to the menu page and click on the deal section. Located in Holland on Airport Highway across from the big Kroger, Mama Mary's Pizza.
Woohoo! Hear that? That's what having fewer hot flashes and night sweats can sound like. Veoza is the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment FDA approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, also known as hot flashes and night sweats, due to menopause. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Hello, it's Mookie. Make Valentine's Day unforgettable this year with Northwood Jewelers. In need of something for that special someone? Check out their stunning 24-karat gold-tipped roses as seen on their TikTok for only $79. Or explore shimmering diamond jewelry starting at $169. And don't forget permanent jewelry starting at just $50. Northwood Jewelers will be open from 10 until 3 on Valentine's Day. 4612 Woodville Road, Northwood Jewelers. Service before, during, and after the sale.
Black and White Sports is now.
Trust and believe. It's something totally different. And stop with the Eminem, because Eminem's not one of the best either. And y'all can stop that.
Dre says he's the best on the mic.
Dr. Dre is a fed, and so is Snoop. We covered this. Everybody fool with Dre and Snoop is dead or was locked up. I don't care what Dr. Dre said.
I'm just reporting.
Dr. Dre was wearing women's shoes before it was fashionable to do it as a guy.
Toledo's sports leader, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
What are you doing here? Business.
I'm the champion of the world. Ain't nothing can be done about that. I can't be beat, and I won't be beat. This time I'm gonna train even harder. There won't be no quick knockdown.
Because the beating that you got from BCSN, I should have killed you, kid. You didn't.
This country wants to keep me down. They don't want a man like me to have the title because I'm not a puppet like that fool up there.
He's just another fighter. No, he ain't just another fighter. This guy is a wrecking machine, and he's hungry. Killers like this guy, he'll knock you into tomorrow.
I am ranked number one. One! That means I'm the best. Get out my face. And you better get that bad look off your face before I knock it off.
Hard words from a hard man.
Nothing is real if you don't believe in who you are. I reject the challenge. There's no challenge.
Don't listen to it. No, do listen to it. When this is over, a lot of folks are going to owe you an engraved apology. What's your prediction for the fight, then?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
Nope, they don't like the winter solstice championship Sunday. It was the closest. Well, not necessary. But anyway, we got the commentary. It's a Monday. We got made men. I say good day to all my friends. Yep, here we go. The Buck Twin. Let's do it again. Whoa. I am Andre of the Savages. Yep, the parlay. Play. Do it all day. Huh? They say we crazy? Hey, I say what's up to Josh. He's in here with his Ospagosh. He's in overall and stripes. Yeah, JB, he's always hype at night. No, Josh, I was just kidding, just fabricating. Okay, yeah. And then we laughing, hating. How the people don't like it. It's okay. Yep, we keep them straight excited. Josh, why you put the beat to Skippy? Yeah, I like the rap. I'm just trippy. Whoa. All right, let's get to round the work around here. What's up, people? Let's go. Monday, sunny, frigid, snowstorm. It's over. You can drive through. They got the roads. We got it going. We clear. We moving, driving. That was wild. Getting moving like early in the morning. That was tripped out. Getting in through snow embankments. And I found out, though, I'm good, though, with the truck. It's nice. It can push through. I did find that out, Josh. It was the first time, I think. Probably since I really had it. I really had to test it on the real grindy.
Anything to beat back the wrath of Fern.
Man, so yeah, we got that going on. But how was your championship Sunday? How was that, Josh? Did you watch it? You watched it all?
I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and cozy inside the comforts of my own home.
What we think now? What are we thinking? Well, don't say a prediction. Don't go jumping out the window. I didn't say that, but I'm just saying what you thinking now. Here we are.
All I have to say in regards to the Patriots, it seems like everything old is new again in terms of dominance.
Boy, didn't have to wait long for that. Especially because we went over this a couple of years ago. As soon as they made the selection. Damn it. So that's why we said made men. If I'm really being honest, that's what sparks that thought. Because these Patriots are made men. When you see this, what we got going on now, you really should have it in perspective. For those of you old enough to have felt the entire the surge, the odyssey that was the first edition of this, certainly took place spanning over a generation, and you say, wow, it may be another one before we see something even close to similar, except oops, no. It was the very next weekend they decided somebody, and the Patriots got the guy. But it was deeper than that. It also is a byproduct of foolery and misinformation, perhaps misjudgment, perhaps living an overall misnomer. When you talk about the Tennessee Titans, Josh Burnham, how about them in this equation? Are you getting that flavor we're laying down?
Oh, yeah. The fact that Vrabel used to coach the Titans and now he's a Patriot, that part I get.
And, well, it's more so about people letting the good thing get away. When you have it and you get it ain't always something wrong. Or you got to get rid of somebody too quick because it's not you. It's never you and what you're doing. It's never your organization. It's janky. It's never your house. It's whack. It's never the fact that you're like not really fun like that mentally. Nothing peaceful's happening with you. Everything with you is a disruption. It's always some sort of antagonistic, rigid prosody that is nonstop with you in your house. And then, he's out wandering about like dogs can get sniffing around other trees and bushes. And then you're sitting there looking silly. I don't get how come. Well, it's because it's here. It's not where it's at. So sometimes you kick them out. Sometimes they walk off. But either way, somehow the good Lord always drops us off where we're supposed to be, Josh. Isn't that something?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Fine. Welcome, people. It is a Made Men Monday. Made Men Monday. Patriots. Yep. Looks like the Seahawks might be made men too. It's seeming interesting. There's some other parts, but trust me, we have a twisted irony too, man. As I say this about made men and the having it good, or perhaps having. Let me put it this way, people. Having the blessing dropped in your lap, because that's where I would involve the Cleveland Browns in this too. Many of you probably don't follow it close enough to necessarily get a story that isn't really a story, but it becomes one, and it's a part of the entire framework of where we are. Because get this, everyone. Did you know that the Cleveland Browns had Coach Vrabel in their camp last year? Helping out, really doing effort. Like he was there coaching people. And watch this. He did it for free. What? Josh is looking great. What's he mean for free? Because Tennessee was still paying his ass while he was prancing around with the Browns, helping people do stuff at the Browns, and the Browns managed to brown it. Guess what? Because you know what, Josh? I think the Browns need a coach now because they kept the guy that was there in charge of a whack-ass regime. Isn't this weird and lovely at the same time?
That's the Browns for you.
Isn't it? That was a sidebar. But we are here brought to you by my good friends at the Bellamere Suites. on this Made Men Monday, it's deep, people. It's heavy, right? So even the 216 is culpable in all this nonsense still. With helping others get to Super Bowls and they won't be in one.
Please kill me.
Guest calls brought to you by the Bellamere Suites Wake Up Call line, which is 877-909-1007. Okay, by the way, my name is Andre of the Savages. Josh Burnham is here alongside us as typically found. And we are here live from the Cumulus Media Campus in the south part of Glass City. So thank you all. 100.7 FM is the dial land. ESPN The Ticket is where we reside here. 1007theticket.com is how they're doing it across the land in other places outside of this. But again, primarily, we're here. Radio heads. For those that say it is over and it is dead, somehow we're still here rolling along. So thank you for doing it with us. All right. Yep. Impress will be along here soon, and we will get into discussions, of course, off of the weekend. We got to go back and look at it now that we have a Super Bowl matchup, Josh. I'm going to be honest, Josh. When I left the air, I did what I think now is a new strategy, and I don't know how to reconcile it with the audience, Josh.
Well, try.
Okay, I'm going to. Let me explain. See, Friday, Josh, we went off, and I very haphazardly sort of had to take a deep breath, and I said, Broncos Rams. And see, I have receipts that show I really didn't do that like that. I did more of a Patriot Seahawk thing when it was time to do. Did you see that video I sent you? Were you in the group chat? Did you get that, Josh? Did you see that thing I sent?
Oh, you mean
the thing about the Super Bowl matchup?
Yeah, I think.
And listen, and in case you didn't see, we probably should share it on the air. But the point is that I had that. It's probably been a good 2 weeks now, and I probably shared that with one other person just for verification in case I needed. You go back. You just passed it, I think. Right there, that one. Did you say do not try to play it on the air? Do not click play. Dude.
Yeah, it's one of those random social media rants that.
Well, I get all of that. See, you're automatically, look at what you're doing. You automatically started to eviscerate the potential messenger. You see, you didn't even click the play button. I'm not even sure you saw it yet because you don't know what it says. But what it does say for those listening and driving down the street in the cars, we have a video a few weeks back that has the Patriots and Seahawks in the Super Bowl. But part of the claim in the video, the point of these people was trying to do the whole, you know how we do it with the NFL is, blah, 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 blah. That thing with the whole, the NFL, sports, the gambling, all of it. It's one of those. And so, look, Josh was already ready to shoot the man down. Didn't even hear, but he should know. Let me go ahead and give him the spoiler alert. The video ends with the Patriots and Seahawks playing in 2 weeks. Do you have that? Locking that in? Can you?
Yeah, that definitely, I have a feeling that will go on there.
That's all I need you to do. That's all I was really kind of wanting you to end up doing right there. All right. But let's go ahead and ring the bell. We're in here, everybody. Thank you, guys. Made Men Monday. Glad to be with you. Coming off the weekend. I hope everybody was safe and happy. We all get back in here. Thank you for being with us, Black and White Sports. We certainly are very grateful for your presence. We just will spend the rest of this time until 6 p.m. not acting like it. All right. Now it's time for Ring the Bell, brought to you by our man, Anthony Butler. He is the master barber and stylist. Ladies.
Want to ring the bell? All right. Ding, ding.
Shout out. My man K. Jones tuning in on the radio rocking today. Jones usually rock on the stream, Josh. Shout out to everybody else. Finney, see you. Hightower in the building, of course. Locked in. We roll. You know, the family's locked in. I think we lost a couple of our guys, Josh. That's that's painful. Because, you know, people just tuning in case this is your first time listening. It's about 11 people total that listen to this show. And we are very proud of that. We cannot be stopped considering where we came from, Josh. We are really on the move. All right. Ring the bell. Let's roll. What happened this weekend? The Walleye. Busy. All right. We got some splits, Josh. What's going on here? Kalamazoo.
Yep.
2-1 on Friday.
At home.
Then a 2-1 loss in OT Saturday.
In Kalamazoo.
Okay. Then we take out the Cincinnati boys 3-2 yesterday. Interesting weekend, could be described as topsy-turvy.
Yep. Another addition in the life of minor league hockey that is the Walleye. You win some, you lose some. You trip up, but you bounce right back.
We got to start gauging where we at, Josh, because again, we deep in the season. We didn't spend a lot of time. It might be a Melzak check. It might be time to contact
we're
Matt.
due for another.
Yeah, it's about that time. Even though we're
gearing up for another deep playoff run. So
it's time to get information here because I'm feeling a little disconnected right now, Josh. I didn't like how that sounded just now. But okay.
And speaking of hockey, we have our own Hall of Fame. We inducted its class of 2026.
What?
Yep. Saturday night at the Glass City Center.
And what can you tell us? Oh, this looks very serious, Josh. You didn't have VIP to this?
No, but I did hear about this. Here are your 5 inductees to the.
Yes, please share.
Gordie Cowan, who played for the Mercuries and the Blades in the 50s and 60s. Mike Reeder, defenseman for the Gold Eggers in the early 80s.
We know that name for sure.
Andrew Williamson of the Toledo Storm played 5 years. Ranked second in team history in points scored with 328 and goals with 190. Evan Rankin from the Walleye.
Bam.
Retired as the all-time leading goal scorer with 111 goals, played 238 games and scored 214 points, which was second all-time for the franchise. And rounding out the Hall of Fame class of 2026, Shane Birschbach of the Walleye.
Bad boys, Josh, on that list. That's a hell of a shot, though, too. Them boys look crispy. I don't like the way this person shot this, though. I don't know where he got this, Josh. I know you didn't do it, but it's all right, though.
All right.
Everything can't be everything. But congratulations to the gentleman, all right? Glass City Pride for sure. Every name you just hit them with. All right, we continue. And this Friday night, Josh, we didn't get to settle this when we left, but I recall saying we'll take the Buckeyes with that 16.5. They will be there to rock and roll, and they did show up. But Michigan is a lot better than the Buckeyes. And this becomes evident in a situation like this. So we can't really hate on the Buckeyes here, but we also have to salute the Wolverines. They're not joking. It's just going to be interesting. Can they sustain this momentum as we get into the spring? That becomes the proverbial question. But that 16.5 we told you about on Friday, that was a bing. Okay, Josh, sorry.
Yeah,
that figures.
And it was a special night for Michigan because they retired Trey Burke's uniform number, who was an integral part of the Michigan teams from the Beeline era. Anyway, as for today's Wolverines, Lendenborg led the way with 18 points. Mobley Jr. for Ohio State led all scores with 22, but the Wolverines, team basketball, inspired by Trey Burke, they won round 1 of the Border War, the Hardwood edition.
Hold on. First, but let me go back, Josh, too. Go back to the Buckeyes line, please. Because go back beside my man. You said he had 22. What'd you say, 21 or 22?
22 points for Mobley Jr.
See, and it's too Mobley-centric. Who else? Who was the next man beside him?
Christoph Tilley with 17, and Bruce Thornton had just 10 points.
All right, okay. But that's okay. Never mind. Never mind. I was about to say something. Actually, I'm good with that, especially because the Thornton 10, and at the end of the day, it's starting to become clear exactly what the Buckeyes are doing. Sorry, different conversation, but all right, let me get back focused. Go. What we got?
All right, moving on. It's the Battle of I-75 on the ports.
Yeah, we said something about this too, and we said this on Denny's show. I mean, all right, Rockets, we'll salute it right here, but you did pull off something that felt like a little chicanous, but it as I told Hollywood, Josh, this paints a very interesting picture for the second installment, because the question will be, BG, why exactly didn't you finish that? What exactly was the lapse? See, I didn't see the game, so I don't know. It's probably one of these situations where we probably would have had to see some sequence of plays or something. But I need to know that because I wonder if the Rockets either use this to build something that looks more like they're talented in a way we haven't given them credit for, or are we going to find out it's, like I said, sham nations, and they get cracked on the next one? I'm just telling you, whatever it is, the bet is BG on the round 2. I'm very curious to see Rockets, and let me say it now, should somebody hear it and it amps it up, because this might be one we don't want to miss. We haven't had any type of juice like this with this situation in a minute, and we got it now, because I don't know how, BG, you pooted it off, but it happened. And the Rockets blew up a lot of people's bread on that.
Yeah, the problem with Bowling Green was Javonte Campbell was the Falcons' offense. He had 29 points. The next closest score was Sam Towns. He only had 11. While the Rockets, team effort, all 5 starters in double digits, led by Leroy Blyden Jr., 16, Parks is 14, Craig's 13, Vanderjagt's 10, and Sonny Wilson with 10.
We'll see. Okay, let me go back, Josh, before you take it off too, before you clear your screen. Go back too, because I wanted to know how much time Makai got in this one. But also Rockets, just to be specific, that's what the effort should be on a nightly basis, or something very close. I'm not saying a guy can have a great night and we do something 15 and above, but that should not be a habit. There's nobody on that roster that really could carry the thing to that extent. So there's no sense in subscribing or investing in that sort of play and that sort of approach. Rockets, not that, again, coach, hey, you don't need no help, sir, and it ain't that. But I'm just saying these are the results you might get, is that type of effort. Why did you get it?
Yeah,
I think now because of the involvement that you had from everybody, that's why you beat a team like Bowling Green right now, because you guys are light years apart on the results, let's just say, in the approach thus far. Sorry, Josh, but what did he do? How much time did he get?
Leach did not play. He sat on the bench the whole time.
We got to monitor this. That's why I asked, man. Let me see what's really going on with it. But okay, it happens. Young dog, all right. We wishing him well. That's why we want to see what's going on in the situation. But all right, we'll be back, okay? It's Black and White Sports.
Oh, we got one more. I forgot the Pistons played last night.
Oh, they did. That's right. All right, go. What was the score? What you got here?
139-116, the Pistons win.
I didn't really put nothing on it. That's why it kind of slipped past me. But, it's Pistons and the Kings, I guess. But it's good, too, on the road, though. I think, no, this was at home?
Yeah, this
was at home.
This was at the
that's absolutely what should happen then with the Kings. I was going to say, if they play them out there, the Kings might have a competitive game, but there's no way in turn. Once again, kind of like the college thing, except, the Pistons didn't lose it, and they performed in the way they should based on where these teams are. And so,
Yeah, Kate Cunningham had 29 points and 11 helpers. Also leading the way was Duran with 18, Harris with 16, Robinson with 13. And he had 4 guys off the bench with 11 points apiece. Jenkins, Holland the second, Ivy, and Green. As for the Kings, they were balanced, but not enough to get the W as the Pistons rolled by 23.
All right, and we will be back on it. All right, we'll continue the conversation, get impressing here. It's a Made Man Monday. And yeah, championship weekend. Now you got a Super Bowl. But there are some elements to this we got to discuss. And also, too, issues, Timberwolves, even though we kind of got to almost excuse everything going on in Minnesota right now, but there's just one thing we kind of still can't let this go. Sit tight. It's Black and White.
From the sidelines to the headlines, this is Black and White Sports with the one and only Andre of the Savages on 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
You get accident 24 eastbound between Waterville Swanton Road and the trail. An accident on both shoulders, 280 southbound just after 795. And an accident with the left lane block, 75 southbound just before exit 201 downtown. That is your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
Like a marching band with indigestion? Bring it to Hudson's Automotive, where weird noises meet their match. Celebrating 25 years, we fix it right with a smile and a warranty. Hudson's Automotive, because your car deserves better than duct tape and hope.
Andre of the Savages.
Let's think about this. I'm glad you brought this up because even in the first film, what are they doing? Apollo is trying to find somebody to help me get this show off. We're not planning on this dude winning. That's not even in the thing at all. Every now and again, I feel like somebody says, F the program.
Black and White Sports. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket. Black and White Sports.
Man, I learned when I was younger, like, you can't put your expectation of me on me. I'm me, you feel me? And you're not gonna ever make me feel bad for it. You're not gonna, make me react to how you reacting to me. I don't care, I'm me. And if I part of who I am, is disrespectful or is, crossing the line of like basic things, I'm gonna check myself. But, we all are individuals. So for you to think my balance or my ratio, I'm to this or to that, and I ain't got enough of this and enough of that, that's all love. Just keep it to yourself, bro.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Made Men Monday in here, Black and White Sports. Welcome back, Glass City, Lucas County, Southeast Michigan. Eight 877-909-1007 is how you contact us. If you want to do that, you can certainly text us. We even had calls last week. That was weird last week, Josh. There were people calling us. It was strange.
And there were Bills fans.
Right. That's what really made it twisted. You know what? We might need to bring some of that conversation back. Bills fans, if you boys are still checking with it, they might not. They were like, hell no, we're not listening to this nonsense no more. But if they were, there's a little deeper conversation, man, especially where the owner is concerned. There's a few things that I thought that I felt like we could have even gotten into, not to overstate the Bills, but there's something to be said about the fact that the Bills have still come up janky again. Like, even in the history of the Bills. That's where I think I got caught up, Josh. I started believing that the Bills would get some of that karma back that they were sacrificed by the NFL for. You know what I mean? Just because there's no team that you can argue has been, even for the teams that never win, it's one thing to never play and never win. But to play, most people can't even respect the level of 4 straight Super Bowl. None of the teams that we honor, the ones too that did have all these bowls and all these trophies and all this, none of them 4 in a row. Not one of them. None. Whoever you like, I don't care if whatever the 6 trophy teams, the 5 trophy teams, does not matter. Nobody played 4 in a row. And these boys couldn't get one off. And this thing is, they was cold. This is top to bottom. I mean, it's Hall of Fame. It's gold jackets all over the place. So you can't even sell me. That's what I would say to you also with the fact that it's nonsense. Like, in the spirit of we are always being sold magic beans. For those of you who don't believe in the Pippi Longstocking of our existence with sports in general, especially and specifically the NFL, no way you can sell any other arguments about whatever you consider great and whatever you hold near and dear, whatever you respect in. Buffalo Bills played 4 straight. Really, though, and it was not uneventful. Every trip, as far as that, do what you're supposed to be doing in the time when you're supposed to be doing it. Josh, please cut that off. I'm going to stop talking till you get that off, because that clip can't be used now. There's nothing we can do with that because it's full of Buffalo, and that was probably a bad song. The Buffalo contingent wouldn't like it either.
Well, it's just resilient.
I bet you if them guys call, they're going to say, Josh, don't play that no more. And if they don't say that, it's because they feel sorry for you and they just want to make the joke so we can all get the gag off and I can be giggled at. The citizenry of Buffalo did not approve.
But they are resilient.
Right. That's why you just. That's exactly why that just happened. You was a lion. Ass ninja. It's all good, though. You're my brother. And I love you. That's what this is about.
Yeah, thank you very much.
That's all right. That's all it's about. 877-909-1007. We didn't mean to make it about Buffalo. Let's go. Let's get my other cat in here, though. He's silly like you, but it's disguised. He gets the disguise off. They don't know. Like the people don't know. And that, you know what's really funny? Most of the people are scared of this guy. They won't tell him what they are. Because they won't say anything crossways to him. And I mean, it would be a bad idea, but I'm just saying that doesn't matter. It's the fact that they playing like he doesn't know that they're scared of him. That's all right. I'm not going to tell him. Let's go. All guessing and calls brought to you by the Bellamere Suites wake-up call line. Yes, let us move on through on a Monday, everyone. As you all know, the whole show, try to make it clear, it revolves around the damn money, people. So we said we get real money, cash money. And if you didn't know, everybody, if you don't watch it, it's a lot of new money happening, and it's not about the regular currency that you're familiar with, people. Yep. Pride of Fort Valley State, All City, first team, 91. That's on the hoop thing. As we don't say it because it'll throw you off. You're like, what? Was he hooping? Was he on the football? Not necessarily, and that's not a diss. Was in the Shoe Bowl that year.
Man.
You was in that too. I still didn't like the unis. Did we talk about that? I always hated our unis. Our senior year, who did that? Why couldn't we stay with the white hookups that had the stripe? You know what I'm saying? Oh, they said Mac Man, like real shit right there in the man. Who came up with that?
I don't know.
That was budgetary. That was budgetary. They were letting us know. They were like, y'all asses is out of here. We done spending. That's what we didn't catch it, but it felt funny to me. I'm like, they got the practice jerseys. That's what it felt. That's what y'all,
That was the precursor to the end.
Yeah, they was all of that was indicators right there that the Crystal Ellis plan was not going to be stopped. And this next go around, y'all got the first year off. Y'all still alive, but you won't make it a second time.
Hey, man, so I just got off the phone with Roger Goodell.
Oh,
and we trying to get Ant Griggs in a Pro Bowl. I heard there's a linebacker hurt. They just filling spots. So
yeah.
So
hold on, it's Shador or which one? Because I got a Shador. I got all kinds of stuff. Everything is madness. Like you said, man. Anything can happen, man. But listen, I was just saying. I don't know how much you heard my little soliloquy on the Buffalo Bills and I said them not necessarily because some other things was kind of funky that I didn't get to talk to those guys. It's crazy that we had people in Northwest Ohio. We was talking Buffalo Bills last week, but when I thought about the whole thing and the way that they are seen, like I said, on one hand, I thought, okay, maybe they will let the Josh Allen play explode this go round. Not only are those guys out of the way as they were saying, but just nonetheless, maybe the NFL will be kind. If we saying all this about, okay, we scripting this, we rigging that, we doing all this stuff. Well, is there a plan in play where the Buffalo Bills can get back some of that restitution on what they went through? Because I feel like that was a sacrifice to the league, the way that was done to them, the ways they lost, the Super Bowls that they lost. And we can't fault it because they did have some pooterific days, though, on them Super Bowls. But starting after the first one, the Scott Norwood, they didn't deserve that, man. That's why the field goal kicker thing is that is horrible. But that's the worst part about the game, even though it can be exciting and all of that. But it's like, damn, that first one, that's the one you hurt for the Bills. I don't care if you like them, don't like them, because I didn't care. They was playing the Giants anyway. But the two that the Cowboys got off, I don't even know. The first one, that was a Merkin. And they was just time for the Cowboys to arrive. The one in Atlanta,
the Thurman game,
yeah, they tweaked out. That was them. So that one, I don't forgive you, Bills. Y'all pooed it on that. And I'm not saying that Dallas might not have won that, but I say that the same thing like with the Steelers. The Super Bowl 30 when Dallas beat the Steelers on the Neil O'Donnell, especially when he got the Cowboy MVP.
Right.
That I would
he
argue,
should have got a ring for real.
If you being real, Cowboy fans know that Steeler went, but I'm saying you won the game and no one's giving it back. That's for sure. But at the end of the day, if you saw the game, you know what's Jay. There's what it is. But man, how was your weekend, man? Everything good, man? We're gonna get it
Good,
rolling,
man.
man.
I can't complain, man. Got out a little bit early on Saturday and host a podcast, and then I came home and I bunkered down. I didn't move no more. Sat and watched TV.
Yeah, like Denny asked me that too. Like, what did you do in the week? What the hell you mean? Nothing. But it was gonna be that. Like, this is nothing. This is what it is. Unfortunately, it's sad. Actually, I said I have more adventures, but no, it was gonna be that anyway. Matter of fact, man, I have to shout out my cat, man, Bobby France. I missed his call because he hit at the wrong hour on Sunday. Somewhere his call must have come right before. It was somewhere whereas before kickoff was going off. We were way too deep into action.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh boy, let me tell you, we're gonna come back, man. I got to impress in here, everybody. It's Black and White Sports. We just chopping. We'll get into these games, man. Talk about the weekend and a few things. And Sam Darnold too. People, again, I think I might want to add something to this discussion before we get there, so at least I can have another commercial later on. And the Timberwolves, Minnesota. Like I said, there is not much we should be saying that is questionable when we talk about looking at Minnesota from the outside. I get that. It's just one thing that has to stop, and we just saw it again. Minnesota has got to do something about this. Since we're getting all this attention for the wrong reasons, maybe I can spin it in a better way for a more public and productive cause. We'll come back, finish the hour, man. The press is in here. It's Black and White. It's a Made Men Monday. Sit tight.
Sports, raw, recalibrated, unfiltered. You're listening to Black and White Sports with Andre of the Savages. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
You get accident 24 eastbound between Waterville Swanton Road and the trail. An accident on both shoulders, 280 southbound just after 795. And an accident with left lane block 75 southbound just before exit 201 downtown. That is your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
This report is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
Are you friends having a party, or are you just too tired to make dinner? Then you need to call Mama Mary's Pizza, home of the famous 28-inch colossal pizza, equal to 4 large pizzas. Mama Mary's Pizza is authentic New York-style thin crust pizza. The thinner the crust, the better the taste. Get great discounts when you order online at MamaMarysPizza.com. Just go to the menu page and click on the deal section. Located in Holland on Airport Highway across from the big Kroger, Mama Mary's Pizza.
Make sure you take your vehicle to Hudson's Automotive.
78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Even high earners, over 60%, have under $1,000 saved. But a new money move is making way. Welcome to the 24K Life, created by financial performance coach Derek Gant. The 24K Life is where high achievers master their money, sharpen their mindset, building unshakable confidence and wealth. If you're done with the survival mind and are ready to thrive, visit 24klife.org. The 24K Life. Be your best. Get the best. Leave nothing to chance.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Telling me people are so desperate to cheat that you need a referee in a football game, and they're not going to be desperate to cheat in an election, to run a country, or cheat a bank, to steal the billions of dollars, or cheat on the news, to psyop a population, to replace the native British. You think they'll cheat in a fucking football game, but they won't cheat with things that matter? Are you an idiot? It's all a scam. It's all a cheat. All they do is lie.
ESPN 100.7, The Ticket.
All right. Fastest buck 20 in sports, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Black and White Sports. Thank you for being with us on this Monday. It's a Made Men Monday. I am Andre of the Savages. 877-909-1007 is how you get in on it if you want to hit us up. That's all good. Don't forget to, we will try to contribute to your Super Bowl gatherings or eventfulness if that is actually in your forecast here, you know, in the coming days. My man Francis L has got you covered out here at Mama Mary's. We got $50 on your situation. So Josh, we got to come up with something though. I do have one. I got one that I think will do a lot, but I'm not sure I'm sold on it yet. But we will need to take care of that. Obviously, we have a few days to get you that because we hope that you will invest that for said activities here in a couple of weeks. But obviously, you do what you want with $50. It goes a long way at Mama Mary's, rest assured.
2 weeks.
But we're getting there. All right, hour number 2, we'll discuss that a little bit more. But, of course, again, we're brought to you by my friends at the Bellamere Suites. Also brought to you in part by the kind people at the Bassett Nut Company, formerly Rachel Michaels Gourmet Popcorn. No new news yet on the movement. Also, too, we have word and we are permitted now to share. I forgot to say this back for my man, the master barber, Anthony Butler. He, too, will be changing locations here soon. So we'll have that for you because we do understand, he has gotten a person or two from our connection. So we like that. Josh, look at that. Only like 11 people listening, and we can still deliver, traffic to the sponsor.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's the power of this crazy medium we call radio.
True.
It's amazing what comes into one ear and what goes out.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, it is amazing. All kind of stuff going on. Let me jump to this real quick because I'm not necessarily getting ready to turn this dark and somber. It goes without saying. You guys already know. I'm just going to leave that. Yep. Ridiculous. Minneapolis, just Minnesota, whatever, man, whatever. The whole, just all of it. Every bit of whatever side anybody's on. I can't believe we got more sides though. Every time it's something, it's some sides instead of even in terms of we're not doing nothing with the realities. Now we battling realities versus moralities, and you got all of that going on. And I'm cool on hearing it because the general populace and the citizenry at large is not really willing to, we passed the point of trying to rectify. So you kind of should stop that. What you might want to do is get to adherence at this point, even if it's all ridiculous in nature to you. That's the best I got for you. But with that said, let me bring it to a slight lighter note where our friends in Minnesota are concerned. If I could turn to the attention, man, jumping back in here, and Press is in here. I am Andre. Josh is here. Timberwolves last night, Golden State, Josh. These damn uniforms showed up again. These mother flipping Purple Rain ensembles with the little sequin boys on the shoulder supposed to be, I had the little sequin palette boy on the shoulder, the purple coat, everybody. And look at this. Why don't they play this out here on these streets of Minnesota? Because it ain't seeming like it. I'm not here for the politic, but come on, man. But they not loving me or nobody. It just ain't funny, though. Anyway, from that to the uniform, seriously, Timberwolves. And Josh, could you please tell us what the result of wearing this again? The second time that I've seen this, and it's the second time, believe it or not, the result is actually the same.
And it was not a pretty one, as the Golden State Warriors defeated the Timberwolves of the Minnesota land 111 to 85.
And we do understand too, a lot of distraction and discourse, disdain, disappointment, despair, a lot going on. We understand that. And I'm not wanting to make light in any way, but maybe we need to, again, lighten it up somewhere. But yeah, right here.
So do those uniforms got the butt patches in the back, the butt out on them?
But yeah, they might have something with a button up, man. You don't know. The breakaway. I bet you the breakaway pant for the night. I bet you it's in the warm up. It's in the warm up and press. I bet you them boys. You don't snap them boys off the side like we used to. You peel them boys from the hind. Boy, you come with the hind. You ain't one of them boys in the back.
Game blouses.
Yeah. Man, you got to stop, Minnesota. Y'all got to cut this out, Minnesota. But them boys, the boys are nice. That was a bad loss, though, last night. Hold on. But matter of fact, this is an impromptu moment, everyone, as we get ready to wrap up the first hour here. Our man, Monty Features, is here. All right, JB is here. Listen, let me check something, because I think tonight is it Golden State and these boys again tonight?
Looking at, it's back-to-back.
It's Minnesota. I knew it. Okay. T-Wolves. But look, the numbers were saying Golden State, but we got to go T-Wolves on this. This is where we got to check the lineup. Make sure, we can't do it right now. We're not going to necessarily, I want to say a couple things, man, before we get into hour number 2, Monty, about obviously we talked about yesterday. But no, everybody, if they T-Wolves and Warriors right back, got to capitalize here. Got to capitalize. But when I looked at it before I came here, I felt like Golden State was the move. And that was my thought, but it's not. It's not. It's no longer. And they might cover this, but I don't know if they're going to. Minnesota might return this ass whooping, Josh. They're playing in Minnesota too tonight, right back again.
That is correct.
Hey, man, get that. That's easy money, people. That's easy. We're stealing. We're stealing money, people. We might as well go ahead and steal it. Everything else, everybody else cheating, we might as well join. We're going to go ahead and steal this money on the Timberwolves. And they won't be wearing that tonight. And Ant-Man, I would imagine, would explode. Josh, could you check the box score again, please, sir? Could you check to see what Ant-Man did, too? If he has anything south of 30, then we're going to get that money to tonight, too. Because I'm thinking 20-something, 24.
Okay, in the 111-85 loss to Golden State, Anthony Edwards, 34 minutes, 32 points.
Oh, okay. So then, we got to go under tonight. But they will still win, but then his assists will be up. What was his assist last night?
His assist number 2.
Aha. Bam. We like a at Edwards 4+ with the dimes, because it's helpers, meaning what? Balanced attack, everybody else. Gobert, Julius Randle. What did Julius Randle do last night? Because then it could be, because he could explode too at any point, or poop. We know this.
Julius Randle had 11 points on 3 of 11 shooting.
Last night was the poot off. Julius Randle over, and Edwards, chill out. No three. Don't play the threes tonight. Don't play at Edwards for the crazy points. I'm not saying he won't bug out, but don't bet that, is what I'm telling you. But Julius Randle, you probably can get one in right here, because last night, that's why they got cracked. Because if he's not playing, if it's just Ant-Man, then Minnesota can be had, even if Gobert is doing, because he's going to get you that 10 boards every night. Gobert on a bad one is going to get you 8. as far as that. Now, if he adds 12, 15 or better, then the Timberwolves have kicked your ass, more than likely. And that's a lot of people throughout the association if this occurs. But like that last night, again, it was wearing them down. Don't wear that anymore, Timberwolves. If anybody could ever hear me in the universe, we know how our prayers work from Black and White Sports. We know our prayers work from here. And let the prayer be sent that they never put that on again. They wouldn't have wore that in front of him. Why they didn't make that and wear that while he was here to watch it? No way in hell he would authorize none of it. And then you hear this damn never too much, all on the commercial. Who is doing all of this? Everything I'm listening to is all kind of songs popping up. Man, that is wrong, man. And just know, none of these people's estates are getting any of this bread, man. Please know. Nelson family, I know it's not saying, I know none of this is going on. I'm sorry, that wasn't what it was about. Last couple of minutes, Monty. Any reaction, initial responses yesterday? You want to get off? You was thinking we're going to come back. We get into it, hour number 2. But, first, the Snowball.
Sam Darnold. No.
We did. You know what? Thank you. Monty did. You know what? He brought it up. I forgot. Thank you. Josh, let's go. Get ready, Josh. You heard the text message. Now, you know what we're doing now. Thank you, Monty. That was a good setup, a good intro. But you know what we need to say, Josh. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, Josh. Everyone is going together now. Here we go. Drake Measy. Drake Measy.
Yeah.
It is easy. No, he didn't play good. Didn't even play good. But what happened when it was time to take it home, let me go on and do that.
Yeah, I was impressed that they said that he called his own number. Nobody knew. That's, it takes some cojones to be like, I'm about to put this on my back, whether we win or lose. And for him to do that, he earned some respect from me last night. So
yeah, man. Solid, dude. Like I said, solid, man. How about this other thing with these Seahawks, man? What you gonna do with these boys? And then, like you said, Sam Darnold, the Rams still kind of gave us the ramminess. You know what I mean? That they do. I didn't say it wasn't a full Ram compliment, but it wasn't like they didn't show up. We got 31-27 out here, but there was some questionable in this.
Again, I think all year I've been telling you, man, I've been on the Sam Darnold train a little bit because I felt like he got a raw deal in Minnesota,
right?
And I'm that defense, man. Even though to me the defense didn't play as good as they could have yesterday.
That's true. I get you.
I think that defense is formidable. It'll be interesting. I think it'll come down to defense and experience. And if I go defense experience, because they both got good defense, but I think I'm on Darnold train still, man.
All right, I'm glad you said that because I have a rebuttal to that, and I think most people feel like you. And I would caution the people with that. But we coming back. All right, there's another hour of it. It's Black and White Sports. Thank you, guys. We're just trying to get it rolling, man. Start the wheel. We were snowed in, so we got to get our calibration back, man. Get our traction. All right, it's a Monday. Appreciate you guys being here. Hour number 2, we'll be back 5:05 right after this NFL update. We'll get into the Mama Mary, mozzarella minutes. And like I said, don't forget the gift card list is what you want to do and get on that by texting us a winning play. I know $20 still goes a long way, too. We're talking about $50. We'll get to that in a minute, though, right? But 877-909-1007 is how you do that. What should we play tonight? We just gave you one. Play the Timberwolves, money line. And they'll probably cover the 8 points, all right? But we'll talk about it all. Hour number 2. Impress is here, all right? Josh is, too. Sit tight. We'll be back. It's Black and White.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station.
I'm Chris Rose with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Patriots take down the Broncos 10-7 in the snow for their 12th AFC title. Drake May threw for just 86 yards, but ran for 65 and a touchdown in the win. The Patriots head back to the Super Bowl for the first time in 7 years. For the Broncos, Jared Stidham got the start for the ailing Bo Nix. Stidham threw for 133 yards and a score, but was picked off by Christian Gonzalez late in the fourth quarter to ice the game. Meanwhile, over in the NFL, NFC, the Seahawks take down the Rams 31-27 in a thriller to advance to Super Bowl 60. Sam Darnold threw for a season-high 346 yards and 3 scores to get the Seahawks back to the Super Bowl for the first time in 11 years. Despite the loss, Matthew Stafford threw for 374 yards and 3 touchdowns. Super Bowl 60 will be a rematch of Super Bowl 49 between the Seahawks and the Patriots. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
What if sports were traded like markets? Now you can test your sports IQ in real time with Robinhood Prediction Markets. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. You can buy or sell your positions all game long. You know the game. Put it to use. Trade every play with Robinhood. Download the app today. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The ticks are cold. The delivery is savage. Black and white sports on ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
Looking to launch an all-new Joseph's Beverage Center, Toledo's premier beverage center. Get the perfect wine for any occasion. Joseph's has 10,000 labels from around the world. Can't find what you're looking for? Let our experts find the perfect fit. Is beer your drink of choice? Enjoy the area's largest selection of domestic, import, and microbrews. You'll always find something new. With our new humidor, you'll find the right cigar to truly celebrate that special moment with your friends. It doesn't matter where you take the party starts at the all-new Joseph's Beverage Center.
Up with the
Join Andre of the Savages weekdays 4 to 6 on Black and White Sports.
Here's a situation. It doesn't matter that it's the Browns. What was your role? Why make this pick? What's that phone call? Haslam, what is this about?
ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, but you don't have to. The 24K Life created by financial performance coach Derek Gant, giving you high achievers the system to master money, mindset, and success. Are you ready to rise? Visit 24klife.org. Live 24K.
I also like local sports talk. Who doesn't? Okay. You know, I think it's like a super sports tiny thing to have the local sports stuff. There's still places that it exists. Obviously, everybody thinks those days are old, and the talking heads that literally just yell into microphones for hours at a time for radio are days of the past. It's like, no, there's still a very loyal listener to sports radio, but also there is local sports talk that still is giving the pulse of the fans. They're still giving the opinions of the fans. They're still asking the questions that need to be asked. And we have a Hall of Fame moment.
They have a fervor fan base. And
those guys, they love it. They're there every day. It means so much to them. They're doing bigger numbers than a lot of these podcasts out here that think they're national podcasts. No doubt. You know, in these cities. Like, if I knew this guy existed my entire life, this would have been incredible. Good sports talk is hard to beat. It is legitimately hard to beat. Yeah. Feed me that times 10, but also, and potentially dying it, and we need him to take care of himself.
Well, and that's the big thing. Like a guy like him, like he has carte blanche to say whatever. He's killing himself. You subject yourself, and he has to care. I almost hate this city because of it, so I'm going to let everybody have it.
It's their love of the cities that drives them every single day. We appreciate that from Paisan, but many people around different cities, they hate us. We're the national people that say something. The local people talking about the national people. The best in the world. Shout out to the local folks. We appreciate you. Shout out to sports being so damn magical. And shout out
Black and White Sports with Andre of the Savages on 100.7 The Ticket.
Absolutely wild. Insanity is the play around here. Made Men Monday, hour number 2, as we pop out of the locker room. You know, you shoot around real quick. You don't really run out in the second half. You just walk out of the locker room, kind of. You stand around, shoot around, which I always thought was strange, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, Monty, we could have came back. Imagine if a team that came out and did their full warm-up with, the same vigor came out with the pre-shot in the corridor and came back out. But you know what? Think about it, though. I might do that. If I was coaching the varsity, for what I can promise you, for one, since all these young cats can now get in varsity, and apparently we don't have to be school teachers or nothing. We could just go and coach. If that's the case, I didn't know. I need to look into that, because I would love to, because I probably would take it way too serious, because I'm back from the old city league, and then I would have the ghosts of the Ben Williams, Schroeder, Leroy Bates kind of thing going off in my whole Earl Morris mind would be taking place. And then I would have the Von Graffine, the smart assness, Vaughn don't say nothing to coach. He gonna hear it one day. He act like we forgot though, because he'll clown you. Graffine to test you to see if you were soft. Like if you were soft, you would break on Graffine, because he gonna stay on you. But again, he gonna roll with you in the game. That's one thing about him though. He wouldn't really bother you in the game. That was his thing. You gonna go ahead and play. But like I said, the practice, these boys were merciless as far as breaking down your little mental. That's what I mean. I don't understand. The kids now, the parents would get a report. Somebody would get arrested. There would be charges. There'd be a suit at Matt Cumber. All this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they couldn't handle our practices.
Dude, all West End too.
Yeah.
Like all West End. Like I don't know if you was in my class though, Bonnie. I know we had ran to, but man, shout out Mr. Mosby, man. God rest his soul. Many years ago.
I didn't get to play in junior high. So,
no, I know. I remember. Yeah, we were, but I was thinking about, this was a classroom moment. I was thinking about like I was getting ready to comment on the energy of like the staff and faculty at an institution when we were children versus like now, how you automatically, you're losing your job from the gate. You're getting slandered. You're going to get slaughtered on the little social, the punk ass thing with the phone. They're going off. They're going to tell your family's going to feel it. They're going to and damn all of them and stank to hell all those people that is even blood kin to you. Like, this is a teacher, people, a coach, forget it. And you haven't done anything in the abusive format. All you did was try to deal with your problem that you sent here that's already raggedy from your house. Whether you live in the affluent neighborhood or over here with James and Florida Evans, it doesn't matter. A lot of you parents are tweaking, like seriously, because you're going at people who are not even being compensated properly to be in these situations with these people. And what I was getting at, because Mr. Mosby, he kicked I got beat up. If they did this was worth charges, and all I did was sit my cool ass down. I was getting out of order.
I had a situation like that. I was talking in class, and the teacher told me, the shop teacher told me to count the people in his roll book. And I kept talking, and he came behind me and grabbed me by my neck, lift me out the chair fell, and then just let me go. And I fell on the chair.
And this is a lot going on. Yeah. But there was nothing. We just knew you're tripping. When you're in school, we still just understood that we didn't. But nobody wants to. You're looking at the kids these days, not to get in this commentary. Sorry, right? It was a sports show. It really is. But I'm just saying the way we look at the children as if the children don't model the example. I don't care if the example is good or bad. That's on you. You got a choice.
Right.
What is the example getting ready to be? Some of us can't put aside our own vices in order to put the appropriate example. Even if you want to front, well, nobody says you have to tell your kids the truth, but you don't even have enough sense to put your damn silly ass ways in the cut while they're awake. But that's listen. Word to Aunt Mary, man. Aunt Mary just tell you flat out, we getting ready to be down here. We doing grown people down here. Take your ass to bed. It's ain't no confusion. What? It's the good night. You've done a lot today. You've played. You've done all kind of things. You've ate snacks. You did all kind of stuff. Take your ass to sleep. They're gonna smoke weed down here. They're gonna do all this. Aunt Mary, you already know. Salute. They doing that. Go to bed though.
Right.
Nobody going to jail because we've done a bad example, and nothing GPD can do. We are in our rights, but the children have checked out. We put them away. I don't know what today's thing. The kids put you to sleep and tell you, and they will call. But anyway, I'm sorry. Let's get to that yesterday. So yesterday, man, look, we were briefly touching upon where we are here. We have these Super Bowl teams now, but how about yesterday? We were talking about, we spoke real quick. Drake May called his number, made the play, all of that. But can I roll back to what I really wanted to say to everybody when I should have came on going off? Josh, and you might recall this. I know Impress was probably around here at the beginning of a show last week or two. Don't fall for this nonsense with the Broncos.
No.
Seriously, don't. I know we said this because, again, now if you are someone who is yet to subscribe to the notion that we inflect often, that there is something that is not meeting the eye, the math that doesn't math with these NFLites for sure. We know there's an NBA fiasco in play. But this NFL thing is really starting to become an arrogant sort of thing, the way they're doing this to the public. And this thing with they sold you for days last week. This backup man is going to make it happen. And look, I even described Monty to my own, I talked to my brother about these things a lot, spend the time we tell him, I'm like, look, man, the Broncos will probably come out hot. They'll probably come out on fire. They might come out smoking. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. They're going to have the people shook. People will be running for the hills and the live bets. They'll start to jump on the wagon. Oh, my God, he really can play. Except that in the end, the Patriots will be rolling up out of here, on the way to California. They'll be back on the West. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they're just going to travel on over and stay there for the next 2 weeks. But at the end of the day, I didn't have as much problem with that. I wasn't going for it. I'm just saying that I understood what they were doing, and they had to get them there. The Patriots really had a pretty smooth flow all the way to the thing, if you want to look back at that and add that to the situation. That's not to take anything away, because, I'm a Drake May guy. I didn't love it with Diggs. Oh, I do have something too, Josh. You know what? I don't think I sent it to you, though. Maybe I can find it before the show is over, but I think I might start becoming a Stephon Diggs support. After I heard a comment, I heard Diggs because I am a fair man, Monty, Josh, and if you can change your hookup, see, that is intelligence. When you can get a different perspective and you can change your mind and not be ashamed. That's intelligence when you can say, oh, you know what? I think I see this different. I'm going to go ahead and look at it, and I'm going to operate from a different space. And I heard Stephon Diggs being grateful in terms of his respect for Coach Vrabel. It moved me. It was actually legit. It was genuine. It was no shuck and jive on it at all. There was no motive to do something later or say something. No, he was just trying to say, man, I'm just grateful. These people gave me a chance when they gave up. They said I didn't have it. My knee was janky. I couldn't do nothing. And these boys didn't play me crazy, man. And he, you know what I'm saying? I felt that was legit from him. I needed that type of energy. Now, I don't know what we're going to do with your whack-ass brother. I don't know whether that can be saved. Let's let that go ahead and do what it's doing. But Diggs is going to be important. I thought Diggs was going to be a problem for Drake May's development He was not. So I'm gonna give him respect for that because I was definitely on his neck for that before it went. I didn't want him at the Patriots because I didn't want him in the way of this kid and being who I thought you have been being. Now if that's gone and it's looking like maybe that is because Diggs has got some other things happening in his personal life that could go a little left or what have you. And I think that there's some of that in there too. So again, I think the man is being genuine when he's expressing that gratitude and he's showing that respect. So I want to give him a salute. I'm going to find the clip, people, because I have it. I just don't think I was doing other things there, and I was sending Josh some stuff that was probably more of a priority. But I'm going to say that. I'm going to shout that out.
What is up with the Broncos leaving points on the board, man?
Thank you for bringing us back.
Bro.
Okay.
I hate it. What, like, in a playoff situation, especially, when you are playing against an excellent defense, man, you got to get what you can get when you can get it. And knowing that the storm was coming, like the storm was supposed to be there before the game. So knowing the storm was coming, which was going to make it even that much harder to get points. Like, bro, take the points, man. Stop trying to it drives me crazy because it undermines the game, man.
Well, okay. Thank you. Perfect segue. Once again, Monty, the thing is, you're trying to give an estimation and to make a distinction based on logical consideration. You're thinking to yourself, I played before. I know damn well. I know I didn't play in the NFL, but I would imagine if they playing anything sudden death, you got to get what you can get. Every time we get an opportunity to put any type of points, we're going to do it. See, Monty, that's what you're thinking. I get that. But now we've been over this a few times around here. They're doing something else. And this is how it's done in the structure of a game for those people who are like my good friend, the incredible, incomparable Mr. Denny Schaefer. These people who don't want to adhere to this and will not even embark upon a thought process that will allow them to consider that something more is going on. Although, be it very and extremely elaborate, requires a lot of energy, a lot of different things, moving parts. But in the flow of the game, we just seeming though we're making choices that maybe you don't like it, whatever. This is what the coach is doing. I just say, try not to let yourself, like that frustration you're describing, all I'm asking the people to do is let that go. And then just go ahead and watch it and let these fools do whatever these fools are going to do. And then just see what it's going to be. Now, if you're somebody who is wagering, then you want to be on the right side of nonsense. That's the best I can do for you people. That's what we try to do. You hear us on Black and White. On occasion, you get in here, you'll catch some of the love. If you do it well enough and long enough, you might end up on the high seas with our man, Charles Magellan. That's right. He sails the high seas. That's right. Of the Hightower family. That's right. It's a generational legacy, but he's now forging new ground around the world. We're in on that with him. You might do the same, but I'm just telling you, let the entertainment go. I never get on here and say, hey man, we not watching the games. We don't love the sports anymore. Guys are not giving women and men, they're not giving this effort out here. They're not giving what they have. None of that's true. All that is what it is. But there's a bigger situation going on. And what Monty just was asking, what is up with leaving these points on the board? Well, what is up with, the Buffalo Bills, the man doesn't have a catch. It's an interception. We need Denver to advance because Denver is a sacrificial lamb, as we now know, for the Patriots in a much larger context. The Buffalo Bills, sacrificial, that too. Josh Allen crying, we now say to ourselves, probably because Josh was told and misinformed. Josh, today's your day. Don't worry about anything. We got you covered. And they lied to you, Josh, and Josh was crying. It seemed like a broken-hearted girlfriend that was there. Like they told me I was going.
Nope.
Yep, and you didn't get it. No, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So this is how they get to that. If somebody said, yep, we need the Patriots here when it's all said and done, now the Patriots would do their part too. Yes, they're skilled. Yes, they're throwing the passes. Yes, they're making the plays. All that's going on too. But when it gets a little wonky and starts to get a left or right too far, holding, Number 67, offense, 5-yard penalty, replay, second down. See, it's that. Or, down the field, when is the tussle not legit? When is it legit? When is it? When is it hand fighting? When is it this? See, in all of this confusion, now watch this, everybody. I'm talking NFL, or am I talking about our living in the country right now? See, everything is a move to goalpost. Now it's this. We got different. What is law enforcement? Is this a law enforcement? Who is really the police? Is it any police? What's up? Did you want the guns? Are we funding the police? We taking that out. What we doing? Huh? Meanwhile, everybody mad and more temper. We confused. And it's all right, but we're going to check right back in and do it tomorrow. Just be careful, man. Where is reality and where is actuality? Where is any of it? So when we talk about the sports, which is a distraction too, by the way, because while we're all over here on Sunday doing this, none of those other atrocities have stopped. None of these things that's happening on a global scale have ceased. And all the rest of this is still in constant motion, but we will stop no matter what. Even if the snowstorm didn't shut you down, you were going to be doing exactly what you did yesterday. And maybe that is the real consideration. Let's stop looking at people thinking they're tripping and the ref is tripping and the league is tripping and the rules are not right. Nope, we're tripping. Seriously. I'm just saying, at least get on the high seas. If you're going to do it, bet so. Don't sit there for 3 hours and there's nothing to show. Unless you're me, Monty, I had like 3 20-plus plays. I had 121. It was like 19 out of 20. Even for the game that your boy had yesterday, my man 9, Seattle. What's the running back? Josh? Monty? Come on, what's my dude that went crazy? Walker.
Kenny Walker.
Walker didn't give me the 70. He got 62 yards. It was one of those. Now that's a real far, but there's a few more I missed. We talking about a yard here, a catch there, this and that. When we do miss, I should have really been looking at not having this show today. I just knew, like the way it was going to, because they kept doing stuff. So everybody was another catch. Boom, he's on it. Then Sam Darnold, touchdown, 2 of them. I was like, I was acting crazy. Then I had one ticket. I was going Sam Darnold. We're gonna throw 2 of these boys today. He threw 2 of them. Everything was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was. But I digress. We're here tonight. We're gonna get you tonight. We're gonna get it together tonight, though. But yeah, man, let's go ahead. We're gonna jump out real quick. We are in the hour 2 frame. These are the Mama Mary's Mozzarella Minutes, by the way. And also, too, everybody, keep in mind, we will be doing a $50 move for your potential Super Bowl events, parties, what have you. Just a small token of appreciation from our friends at Mama Mary's Pizza. And we always appreciate their involvement, but they want to get you involved. And listen, we do know, especially because I think almost all of us have eaten at Mama Mary's at some point, except we can't like hang that on Andy. Andy's in Cleveland, but when he comes, we're going to make sure he gets there. And the press is new. I think Ski has been. Josh, I'm not sure. I feel like Josh told me at one point he ate some pizza at some point. Yeah. I've been in a couple times, so you continue to join, everybody. Tasty, always.
I'm gonna make me an alias, Manny Feathers, and put a pick in there so I can.
We're gonna get you there. Frank is loving it. It's a partnership, man. So it's gonna be all love. But no, we got to get you in so you can go ahead and testify to and let the people know what's going on. All right, Mama Mary's Pizza, 419-867-9991. Give them a call today. Every day is never any day that is inappropriate to call, especially regardless of whatever it is you're really trying to do, with your edible palate, people. We understand pizza at the foreground, all right? MamaMarysPizza.com. Do it online. Orders, they like that too. And we will come back. And when we do, it's some strange happenings too. Just a few things as we talk about getting set, man, and what's going on with the Super Bowl. I got a few other things with Coach Vrabel. I mentioned this earlier. If you guys were with us, I want to talk about it a little bit more in depth because I think it speaks to the overall karma of the entire Cleveland thing. And in a weird way, Cleveland too has a hand in this Super Bowl, believe it or not. And I will explain that too when we come back. All right. It's Fast as $1.20. Sit tight.
Black and White Sports with Andre of the Savages on 100.7 The Ticket.
Are you watching a big sporting event with friends, having a party, or are you just too tired to make dinner? Then you need to call Mama Mary's Pizza, home of the famous 28-inch colossal pizza, equal to 4 large pizzas. Mama Mary's Pizza is authentic New York-style thin crust pizza. The thinner the crust, the better the taste. Get great discounts when you order online at MamaMarysPizza.com. Just go to the menu page and click on the deal section. Located in Holland on Airport Highway across from the big Kroger, Mama Mary's Pizza.
Black and White Sports is now.
No allows. We got you on file. Yep, every day you like a crocodile. All these tears, all these years, you got on the track and let out your fears. Bouncing around, jumping on the track, trying to disguise your ass is whack. Then we out here, we got your back. Hell no, these is the facts. You lost, it's a cost. You out here fronting, you not a boss. Either way, we gon' toss, and then we get to my show.
Monday through Friday.
From 4 to 6 on 100.7, The Ticket. Black and White Sports.
Football, basketball, boxing, any kind of game that humans is involved in, homie, that you can bet on, that has some monetary value on it, it's rigged. When you look at views from an artist, when they drop an album, it's rigged.
Definitely.
Everything is rigged to make it seem and appear real to the average mind. Everything is rigged.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
I mean, it always seems like a real, it's like an active, oxymoron, is contradiction with like the whole thing. Because as a sports show, we're supposed to subscribe to all of this and join and act like these other people. It should make you look at these other people a little bit different, though. They do it and are dead serious. Like they go all the way in on trying to explain things that they know we really shouldn't be trying to explain. Like how the hell Cooper Kupp was given a catch. Just period. Just at that. You know what I mean? Just at that itself. There's no other time in the season that's going to be a catch just because he threw the damn ball out of his arm as soon as he hit the ground. What happened to the Dez Bryant? We got to roll all the way over, stand up, hand the ball to the official like Barry Sanders, and then it was a catch. See, all of that, and they came and talked about it, and everybody just let it float because they got caught up in some part of the argument that wasn't even, indicative of the whole, what we were really saying. And we just saw that this was in this year's postseason. Monty, that was in this year's postseason. Welcome back, everybody. It's Black and White. Excuse us. We just in here. We was just talking. It's a made men Monday. We know the Patriots are made men now because it's only been 7 years. These boys back in the Super Bowl, like it just, the postseason, everything, Vrabel, the lineage, the legacy, all of it back in motion. So that's heavy on a lot of levels.
84 years.
Just a lot. But hold on. Before I get to that, though, because we will ride out on this stuff, man. We had the championship games. We're getting set. Obviously, we got a couple weeks to get through, of course, but I had a couple more conversations coming out of that. But I would be remiss, man, if I had my man on here the entire damn 2 hours and didn't talk to him and didn't mention anything, Josh. So let's go ahead. It was a missed shot of epic proportions if you think about it.
This is Gutley. Misses everything.
Nah, we didn't miss everything because we got this part. And listen, Monty, now I'm thinking back to the group text here in the moment this was kind of coming down because I remember kind of catching Schefter here with the breaking. So I was feeling good about that and being able to throw that up, post that on the Black and White wall immediately. I bet I know what I think your initial reaction. Let me get your initial reaction to the fact that it could be done here. We're waiting at some point, not completely pen to paper, name to dotted line just yet, but all intents and purposes, reports have already surfaced. We know this. The next head coach of these Pittsburgh Steelers could be, should be, and likely will definitely be one Mike McCarthy. We like that. Impress, are you loving it? I know Impress is loving
Take him back.
That?
Take him back. We don't want it.
They said take him back.
Take him back. We don't want him. Now,
look, you know what? I think you do.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't. Because we living in the Janet Jackson age. What have you done for me lately? Right? He's a Super Bowl winning coach, but that was years ago. And so if we just going by Super Bowl winning coach, we could have kept Mike Tomlin, right? I don't know. I haven't seen recent where he has been the catalyst for a get over the hump team, right? Even in Dallas, it's a plateau, and you need a special coach. I would rather take a unproven coach than a coach that's proven that he can't get you over the hump. You understand what I'm saying?
No,
I'd rather take an upstart who has, like, I haven't seen anything that Mike McCarthy's done in recent years that lights a fire under me and say that we found our coach, right? And the fact that the Steelers are a very patient organization leads me to believe that we're going to have years of mediocrity at best again, right? But I don't think he's the motivator that Tomlin was. So it may work in the reverse because now we may have some below 500 seasons and get some decent draft picks. So
that's a Steeler fan. Okay. And that's a Steeler fan, people. I know Monty's tried to lifelong, but let me tell you why. And I feel like I disagree almost wholeheartedly. And you would think now, as the Dallas guy, that I would be saying, ooh, ha, 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 you guys got him. Good luck. Funny. The Steelers will be ass moving forward. Now, even though I understand, I almost overstand why you feel exactly how you feel, because based on history of performance with respect to the Dallas Cowboy presentation, I think it would certainly leave a little to be desired, but I also think it was very misleading, and I'm going to explain why that is. But first and foremost, let me go back to the Green Bay thing and why I think too that Mike Tomlin can be perhaps evaluated with some form of respect to what he was able to accomplish, even though, like you said, we don't care about that. Just like Aaron Rodgers, he had one too, and that was a very long, ancient time ago. And I'm going to get to him too, because then there's a part with the Aaron Rodgers. I know you've heard some of that, but I want to comment on that. But in terms of Mike McCarthy, I think that just like everybody else who basically has come there, and I'm going to offer you a few examples, and even one that might shock you, I guess, everybody, all right? But with these guys who have been in Dallas and not been able to have success, whether they came in some of the earlier regimes, some of these more recent ones, or just over these years of futility where the Cowboys have now for a damn generation been unable to garner any substantive success. Okay, I think that becomes more of a curse on people that come there. It's more of what they represent and what Dallas has not prioritized over this time window that I think infects those that come there or those who were there and brought up in that culture, meaning the picks that we have gotten. We've gotten a lot of youth. Jerry and those guys have been very good at getting and selecting talent. That has never been a lot of question with them, but it's something about once you arrive there and over time, you become a part, even T.O. didn't do anything to bring even the electricity that was brought in. You got nothing substantive when it was over. So from T.O., watch this, Monty, to DeMarcus Lawrence. When you get out of there, you get busy. No different than guys who come in and play Dallas would get extra busy on them because of their approach to things, right? So I think that Coach McCarthy was misrepresented. I know he was in it too, but I also think his hands were cuffed with that nonsense with Jerry, because Mike McCarthy probably just wants to worry about football and do good football things like I did in Green Bay when people didn't bother me and they let me do what I'm doing. And I also had, I did have a quality quarterback and I had talent all over. He had all of that too. You see what I'm saying? But the contrast, I would judge him on this Pittsburgh thing. And I'll say this is my final thing and why I think Mike McCarthy is best. And I think you might have heard this, because the young lady that it covers the Steelers, Brooke Pryor, got on some of it. That's why I know she's on her game, because, again, at the end of the day, and I say this more so from my standpoint because I watch Pat McAfee a lot. So I've been watching Mike McCarthy, getting acquainted with him almost like week to week now for over a year's time, and I saw a different side of Coach McCarthy where I, too, was already in the back of my mind like, somebody should hire Mike McCarthy when they get a chance, based on where he's at. Because I watched him evolve just as a guy talking about the game every day, different things that are happening currently. You get a chance to get some insight into a man's mind when he's kind of like we do. We're sitting here chopping up, caucusing with each other. People can get a feel for kind of who you are, even if they don't know you. And I felt like Coach McCarthy, something about where he was at mentally and the way it kind of feels with what might work if you put him back in front of an NFL locker room. And then finally, because he is a damn Yenzer, man. He's a Pittsburgh guy. He's high school, by the arena, the whole situation. He understands what this is about. And maybe you don't need a young guy right now, Monty. And last thing, because you want to win, you want to keep winning. The Steelers still got a solid group, man. Both sides of the ball. There's talent there. Yep, you got to make some moves over these off seasons. I got it. But you can keep going. And I think you're actually going, whether you love it or not, I believe you're going to have Aaron Rodgers next year because of this. Not that Mike McCarthy did it because he's there and Aaron Rodgers was thinking about playing. But I think if Aaron Rodgers still got any gas left, he will go full with Mike and try to repair even whatever went awry back in the day. These two coming together, I think it still keeps you still solid with the stability, but you start getting more into a program that's getting at Will Howard, or maybe you pick up another young kid, whatever. But I don't think it's dark days with Coach McCarthy. I'm going
to say this. I want you to get that cowboy funk off you. I don't want you.
Well, that's what you might say. Get that. That's what it might take.
With that cowboy funk on you.
There you go.
Leave that in Jerryland.
That's real. Now that's real.
And that's where I'm at with it. Yeah.
No, that's all good. And we'll be back with it too. So we get back to this, man. I'm going to get back with Coach Vrabel, the Cleveland thing, and everything else. All right. We're going to try to finish it strong. And I got some plays for you tonight, everybody. All right. It's a Monday. Made men Monday. I'm telling you, the damn Patriots is made, man. It looks like the Seahawks are too. All right. Sit tight. We almost done.
Stay close. Andre of the Savages is just warming up. 100.7 The Ticket.
Hi, I'm Tom Connors. Went to Mark Patrick's Hypnosis.
It's a speed on the track, bitch.
#01 or D1Training.com/Toledo. D1 Training. Define the way you train in 2026.
78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Even high earners, over 60%, have under $1,000 saved. But a new money move is making way. Welcome to the 24K Life, created by financial performance coach Derek Gant. The 24K Life is where high achievers master their money, sharpening their mindset, building unshakable confidence and wealth. If you're done with the survival mind and are ready to thrive, visit 24klife.org. The 24K Life. Be your best. Get the best. Leave nothing to chance.
Well. I want to know. My team want to know. The crowd want to know. Who was the last person to cheat and why?
Well, here's the thing.
You
know,
right?
We like to swing, so we ain't tripping.
No.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Yep, we ain't tripping at all. Let me tell you. Made Men Monday. About to roll out of here on a 1/26/26. So this is a special day. I'm sure everybody maybe should lay low for sure. Who knows? It's a very strange universe, ladies and gentlemen, that we live in now. It's not what it ever used to be if you thought so. All right. We're getting right out of here, man. It's the fastest buck 20 in sports. As you can see, I am Andre of the Savages. This is Black and White Sports. Thank you guys for hanging out today. 877-909-1007 if you want to get in before we go. We got to salute our man. Josh, we got to shout him out real quick, man.
Yep.
Impressed. We got to say we owe $20. Josh, really, I feel like I might have to call Frank and see if we can go 40, though, because he really did a double up, Josh. If you think about it, it was 2 players. He could have said 1, but you couldn't just go winner, loser. So I feel like it'll constitute as 1 because even though it was a combo, because, we down these little games, we can't just say, you had a good odds of picking a winner. But to go with the under, wasn't it the under?
Looking at the text, the Mundo, New England wins, take the under.
We want to say congratulations, everybody, to our man, Barry B. Give it up, Barry B. He got these bullseye on you. And the double up, too. He said the Patriots and get the under. Boy, was he correct. All right, Barry, we on it, man. We'll get you straight. Barry, you on the list, too, already. Frank is familiar with you. He's going to think we ran a scheme once again. We got a lot of but that's because it's only 11 people listening. We told you that. That's why that happens.
It's a loyal audience.
Exactly.
And you can be part of that loyal audience if you just texted us. I mean, what's keeping you? Don't be shy.
Right,
we won't bite.
Tell him, Josh. He's right. And he's here every day.
Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Tell your frenemies.
His name is Josh Burnham. He's Ed's son. All right. All right, Impresso, look. Let me get to Coach Vrabel real quick, if I could jump back. Obviously, yesterday, again, Pats 10-7. Speaking of that, and we're talking about the under. And then, of course, Seahawks 31-27. Obviously, more of an offensive blitz, and we enjoyed that. Sam Darnold with one hell of an evening, and a lot of people celebrating that. We like that. But let me come back to Coach Vrabel real quick. And what I want to do, sort of reference with respect to the irony that's really the Cleveland Browns at the end of the day. And Monty, you'll find this, and I don't know how much of this you knew or were even thinking about, or maybe just paying attention to over this time. You've said it, Josh Burnham. You too have referred to it. A lot of people refer to Browning as a very specific thing, ladies and gentlemen. And the Browns have actually been excellent at what they do. You think it's a laugh, and it's something that should be taken, I guess, as a negative. But in reality, the Browns are so consistent at being consistently inconsistent that they are consistently not ever a constant in anything going on with the league, except bad narrative. So look, if we look and think just as far back as Baker, we don't need to go back to all this Tim couching and doing all this other. It's way more compact and succinct. Just as recent as Baker's fiasco, which now we all can see, you got to be feeling crazy with the Baker Mayfield. Then you have to, of course, that'll take you to the Deshaun Watson, of course, and then that is financially ridiculous. There certainly have had to have been incredulous losses with regard to the overall bottom line with the futility itself. A lot of it mismanagement. Okay. But then when you start thinking about, Monty, what you were just talking about with Dallas, you said, Coach McCarthy, let's get that cowboy funk off you. But boy, when I tell you there's a Brown funk that is also it's like a springboard to anybody who can escape, right? And so get this, people, and I don't know if a lot of people knew, because again, with the Patriots and of course their victory taking them to the next Super Bowl 60, and Coach Vrabel being at the helm here, obviously let go in Tennessee, which on one hand is kind of silly when you think about what he was given to work with, but this is how they do these coaches now. You know what I'm saying? You would think, why does anybody ever want to take any of these jobs? So That happens, all right, which puts him, get this, people, inside Cleveland Brown camp. Monty, he's in there coaching people. He's running around. He's doing, because they talk about him now, how he coaches the guys and how he's literally physically active in the part of the drills and part of the practice. So that's his style. This is not a fabrication or some sort of, some sort of airs he's giving you. No, it's what he does. But he was doing this, and the good Lord dropped this man off in the lap of the Cleveland contingent. Now he's there doing stuff. Like, even still, even if I understand that somebody can say, what did you think, he's just going to take over for Stefanski or whatever? No, I'm not saying that, even though somebody probably should have looked at a conversation about
right.
That. Watching him, knowing that he is a head coach caliber individual, and of course, when you start to evaluate the pedigree that extends back to obviously the most winning franchise, and we get into all of that in terms of, some of that Belichick, like you said, that funk has got to come. We might need some of that, but he's showing us. It's not that he's just here, Monty. He's here with us, working with the Jameis Winstons and the people and whoever else was on this nonsense that has been through Cleveland. Without me adding this Shador foolishness and everything, again, of course, with the coach and all the rest, and just Cleveland and Cleveland, all of that. Coach Vrabel was right here in the camp, people, and nobody makes a play. He's not an assistant. We need to get him a job before somebody can offer him the Patriot job. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just that was the irony. What hit me, I'm like, wait a minute, Vrabel was in the damn 216 last season for free because Tennessee was still paying him.
Right.
It wasn't even costing you a damn thing. And we couldn't find a spot for this man. No, see, this is what I'm talking. See, but it's because it's the mismatch. This is how I know they're sadists, because their mindset is not even focused on improving on the go. Like if somebody else walk in and you realize, wait a minute, this is an excellent addition to what we have going here. I know we didn't plan it. I know it wasn't what we thought we were getting ready to do, but they are here and we need to make sure they stay involved with us, whatever, right? And I might be overselling it, but I'm just saying, boy, the Browns should feel just about as funky as the Titans and whom the hell ever else.
And from what I understand, the players really react to him and his style of coaching. So, he had to make a difference in the organization, and to be overlooked like he's it's the Browns Browning.
But it speaks to a much larger conversation too, just when you start to talk about the mismanagement that can happen, because I think we base our decisions off of the wrong criteria. And again, it always boils down to whether or not you're going to like somebody. And I get it. In order to include someone and to integrate them into your environment, if it's your company, if it's your team, whatever, I get that is very important. We definitely should like you. I talk to my daughter about this kind of thing all the time. People definitely got to like you. Now, she's good at that. She's very good, much better than me. You know what I'm saying? So she'll be fine. But I'm just saying it's very important, but it should be about what can she do? What is it she can bring to the table? Like, damn, whether or not even, if she is some days in a little bit moody situation, well, guess what? We celebrate mental health. It should be understanding with regard to that. But is this person a performer? Do they deliver on what the expectation is, and so on and so forth? And damn it, if they exceed it, then we need to start thinking about a more concession-based idea on a lot of things, and that includes coming through the door. Because we're missing on stuff, man. You can't tell me that seriously, there have had to be other coaches. Again, we didn't let players now in Cleveland. You can't even try to convince these people you're trying to win something and charging these folks this money. That's what, this comes down to. You got these people, man, paying this money that's earning these dollars, man, because the people that's affluent or what have you, they're not outside usually in them damn cheers when it's time to freeze.
And die hard too. Cleveland fan bases die.
Yeah,
hard.
Man. And that's just one place, but to that extent, to our show is local. That was a quick side note, and that's how I feel like. That's how I know that Cleveland has something about it. There's an air on it that, again, I think even Shador it's time to remove that. That's why I told you the boys, man, the touch of the Lord is on that kid, man. I don't care if you like that and that and rub you right and all that. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. Do that. But at the end of the day, I think if they stay here, I think the problem is solved. And I'm not even mad if you're going to keep Watson and keep him in the cut because he's a veteran. He's a young man that can also help Shador and tell him about some of the ways to not go. And watch this. It might inspire Deshaun Watson again because he can put himself on an accountability scale with the young fella that will make him clean up his character. So it could work out for everybody.
Right.
And then Cleveland might be the hub, and look what they would be doing with their quarterback room with everybody who had an issue with color and these guys being at the helm for whatever position you have on that thing. All of that, man. It could be a whole new day. Go on and hire Coach Schwartz, Browns. Please, man. Stop this nonsense. And let's not mess around here with this and waste time on that. It's time to get to work, man. The Cleveland Browns should be back to business on every level in terms of what's happening on the field because that's the only place to concentrate. They are already set up. I just don't believe they know it. They will figure out the way to not know it.
But if you look at the core, you know, again, saying that you keep Sanders, Judkins, and that defense, and you got some decent tight
We get
ends.
us a receiver, get you a receiver. Yeah. We're going lineman. You got to go lineman with this top 10 pick. You got to go lineman there. I feel as though we have to go aside. We can't miss on that. And we coming back. You go receiver next one. You got to go receiver, man. We saw you got to get some kind of skilled people. And then if we can get, I don't know how many picks you got total. Then I might come back to the line.
Right.
I'm coming back to life. I can get 2 cats to join me, and I'm thinking I might keep maybe 1 or 2 of those guys. Brother Wyatt, 77, will be a guy, and maybe I'm saying that because we met him before and we did some work with him, and he was a good guy to us. So maybe again because we like him, we feel like that. But he's been solid. He's been there. You know what I mean? He's a guy that I feel like maybe he can keep his job. You can get rid of the other 4. If there's any way we can get rid of the 4 guys, you can move them. Express mode. All right. But listen, fellas, let's get up out of here, all right? For Josh Burnham, for Monty Features, I appreciate you gentlemen here rocking with me today. Here's what we're doing tonight, everybody. NBA. Let's see. It looked like we were going crazy. I might have to tell you guys everything I put, I'm going to go opposite, man. Out of what I got left, I do like the Warriors, man, to be in this game tonight. But then again, I could definitely see, you know what I'm saying, the T-Wolves covering this 8 points. That's why we said just take the Timberwolves, you know what I mean, straight up. Take the money line there. Take the Celtics money line. I was going to say I felt like they would cover 2. I do like the Celtics to cover 8 tonight, but I'm not really going to say it now because I haven't been having a good day. So I'll just stay with Boston, T-Wolves to win. And I like Orlando, though, with their 6.5. I don't know what's going on. Some of these games might have been staggered. It could be happening. So forgive me if it's going on. NHL, I got you 4-2. All right. We're going Utah and Tampa Bay. We're going under 6.5 there. Boston, New York, Boston and the Rangers, we're going under 6.5 there. And we're going to triple it up, man, with the Anaheim situation, too. We're going under 6.5 on that also. And Columbus, we like their money line to win at the crib tonight. All right. So there you go. Hope you guys got those. Roll the tape back if you need to, and it'll be there. Okay. All right. It's a Monday. So we'll be back to talk back tomorrow. So please be kind, be respectful. Enjoy this doggone work tonight. Let's get this damn paper, and we'll chop it up tomorrow, okay? We'll look at the film and see if we can be better. Never cheat on your wife and handle your business today.
Where we're at now, it can't be what is the end going to look like. It has to be we have to take care of business today and then tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
His store and more, the Man Super